Erasure with Always at number 23 on my fantasy playlist of July 24th, 1994. Erasure came out with some great dance stuff, although Always was more subdued lyrically and as far as harmonies go between Andy Bell and Vince Clarke, a little bit more subdued than some of their previous singles. Run to the Sun was a fantastic record from I Say, I Say, I Say, the album. Run to the Sun was fast, it was frantic. Andy Bell he was just leapfrogging all over the beat on this record. He was just fantastic. Andy Bell teaming up more recently with Dave Aud or Audie, Aude, pumping out some great dance songs, which I put on my fantasy playlist over the past few years. Just got that great beat to it. Love that great dance beat. But anyway, always more of a ballad really than a dance record. It was their 13th top 10 hit in England, went to number 4 in Britain, number 20 here in the States. Run to the Sun, by the way, went to number 6 in England, but didn't do anything over here. God, I wish it was a hit over here. But their first American hit, which was Chains of Love, went to number 12 here in the States, number 11 in England. God, I fell in love with Chains of Love back in the summer of 1988. Adored that record. Andy Bell really just strident, in your face vocals, great dance beat, just can't beat it. Little Respect came after that in the fall of '88, and then 6 years later got Always by Erasure. Erasure, it was just those two guys. It was Andy Bell and Vince Clarke. They formed back in 1985. Vince Clarke, he was stimulated, he was inspired to make electronic music from listening to Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark. Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark became popular here in 1985 and '86, but they were popular in England starting in the early '80s. And he was a founding member of Depeche Mode. He wrote some hit songs by Depeche Mode, including Just Can't Get Enough, one of the early British hits by Depeche Mode. There was a fantastic rendition of that record by the Saturdays in 2009. Actually, I like the Saturdays version better than I do the Depeche Mode version of Just Can't Get Enough. Boy, they revved it up, they amped it up, they caffeinated that version of Just Can't Get Enough. Later on, he left Depeche Mode. We're talking about the early years of Depeche Mode, even before Depeche Mode got big here in America. And Vince Clarke became a member of another duo called, in England they were called Yasu. Over here in the States they're known as Yaz. It's Y-A-C. They had a minor hit over here called Situation in 1983. And then he teamed up with Andy Bell later on, and they became Erasure. Erasure had 24 top 40 hits in England. They were much bigger in England than they were over here. Although they were present on the dance charts here in the States, still they came out with some great dance records. Erasure with Always at number 23. Fantasy Playlist, July 24th, 1994.